All right, so this is week 2. Talking about my experience with the GLP-1. The first week, where I talked about not as bad, pretty decent. Second week, my symptoms were less than they were the previous week, though I still feel like the fatigue was about the same. But I had a little bit more energy. As a matter of fact, I got a 7-day workout streak, and I usually don't get that, so that's good. I felt like motivated to work out, I guess, if that made any sense, which is good. My eating is about the same. I still do the same thing on basically like the first through the fourth days of the week. Eat kind of, light and eat half of my meal and then wait a little bit, then eat the other half of my meal, because it's still kind of hard to eat a full meal in one sitting. But the second half of the week, it becomes easier and I can finish a meal in one sitting. Sometimes the sitting takes an hour, but I can sit and finish it. But I just have to eat a little bit slow. Hydration's been good. I do feel like there are some things that I've noticed. The first thing that I noticed was the things that I usually crave, or the things that I look forward to at the end of the week, so I don't spend the whole week doing the things. Obviously eating out every day is not healthy, but say for example, you're oh, on Friday, I'm going to go to this bakery because I don't go every day of the week because it's not healthy, but I can go once a week. That's not too bad. I'm going to get these things. And I realized it had been, almost 2 weeks since I had actually even craved or wanted to do that. It's like I didn't have to live for that one day or one meal where I would be able to have the things that I wanted, if that made any sense. It's not even a thought that I have. I'm just meh, I did go out to eat. I think it was one of the days, and this is between day 1 and day 4. So I did not eat very much. I just felt so, I don't know how to describe it. It was almost as if I don't know. It didn't define my experience. Eating socially now is a little odd because it's not oh, I'm looking forward to having this thing. It's just very much okay, well, we're just going out to spend time with each other. And it was kind of like that before, but it would be I would be looking forward to going to a place and trying the food and tasting it and seeing what it tasted like. Whereas now, especially during the days 1 through 4, I don't even necessarily have that experience at all. So that's weird. That's something to get used to, I guess. Day 5, my hunger usually comes back. And day 4 is there, but just but day 5, it comes back, and it's the same kind of experience where it gets louder and louder and louder and louder until the 7th day. And then the next day when I do my shot, the week kind of starts all over again, the same kind of setup. But I did notice day 5, I think I had made something and I was hungry, and I had started salivating, and I noticed that was something that I hadn't done in a long time. I wasn't that into food in a minute, at least since I had started these shots. So I guess a long time is about 2 weeks. That's something that I noticed, which was a very interesting experience, to salivate over something when you hadn't done it in, I don't know, in a minute. That's kind of all I have. The fatigue is kind of there and then gone. The nausea, it comes and goes, but again, it's not as bad as it was the first week. It's almost it kind of lessened a little bit. I still feel very okay about my choice. I do still track caloric intake, even though I talked to my doctor, and my doctor didn't necessarily care about caloric intake so much as she cared about making sure I'm hitting my protein and my fiber goals. So I'm trying to lean away from just counting things calorically and counting my fiber and my protein. That's not to say caloric intake doesn't matter in the scheme of overeating, but this medication is designed so that you don't overeat. The fact that I'm tracking every ounce of something is only beneficial if I'm doing it for the protein purpose or the fiber purpose, to make sure I'm meeting those goals. Because ultimately, I'm already gonna eat less. And as we've talked about in the past week into this week, I'm eating less and it's taking me longer to finish meals. Something else I also noticed is my snacking. It's just I'll give you an example. I used to have to find healthy snacks that I could eat in between meals to bridge the gap. The only time I have to worry about that now is day 6 or day 7. essentially, where I'm like, oh, I'll cut up this and eat it. But my snack, I used to like, I don't know, give an example, you know, popcorners, like those little the little rice chips, you know, they're good, but they're just like something to get you through until you get to the next thing, which is usually a meal. I don't even want those. I think a snack that I had was like half an apple. And that would not have filled me up normally. I would have had half an apple and popcorners, just like get myself through until the next meal, like to bridge the gap, like peanut butter or something, you know what I mean? Or almond butter, whatever type of thing to like fill the gap. Whereas now I had a half an apple and I was fine. It was great. It was great. The other thing that I noticed too is like when I get hungry now, I don't have, and I explained this last week, but I didn't really go into detail. I don't have that full body, like almost like kind of shaky, like weak, like fatigued feeling. Very, sometimes I get to the point where I start to feel like faint. And I don't know if that's related to the blood sugar regulation aspect of the medication, but whatever it's doing, it is doing it. I find it very weird because it's not like I'm not pre-diabetic. I'm not diabetic. I haven't had any blood sugar issues diagnosed to me. So it's weird that I used to have those issues whenever I would get really hungry, but now when I'm on this drug, I don't even have that. I mean, there must have been an issue before I started taking it, so I don't know. But yeah, I mean, that's it in a nutshell. I have lost some weight, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait to talk about that. I'm gonna go to the doctor and have the doctor weigh me, and then we're gonna talk about all that. I know that's what people want to hear, but that is week 2. I do feel like I have a little bit, not like grieving of food, but just like, oh, I just don't get as excited about trying a new place to eat. You know what I mean? It's just very like mad to me, which is weird. Maybe that means I just need to find something that'll give me that like hit of excitement. I'll figure it out. That's it. Week 2, 2 weeks down.